안녕하세요. 고려대 어건입니다.
Hello.
네, 지윤이가 봄학기를 마무리하면서 학기말 테스트를 봤는데요. 크리스 선생님께 피드백을 들어보겠습니다.
Okay. Before I actually talk about how June did during the test, I will explain basically the format, the structure of the test. So the test revolves around a topic. And in that topic, there's 3 different sections of the test. In section 1, the students have to create an idea web, which is essentially a chart where the students organize their arguments, their reasons, and their evidence. Now, the whole point of this is so that the students can stay organized, but more so that the instructor can trace and check the students' logic. Because sometimes during presentation or during the actual reading of the script, that's a little bit difficult. So that's part 1. In part 2, the students have to take those arguments, those reasons, those evidence, and create a script, which is an extensive piece of writing. Here, the instructors are looking for organization, structure, grammar in an extensive piece of writing. So that's the second part, and the final part is a presentation. Now the students here basically have to take what they've written and present in front of a camera and in front of a small audience. Now the whole point of this is so that the instructor can judge the student based on their communication skills, their presentation skills, and to some extent their writing skills. So without further ado, I'll go straight into June's topic. Now June, starting with the idea web. He didn't really make an idea web per se, but one thing I can say is that he organized his thoughts in a different style, I guess. But he had what he needed. The argument was there, the reasoning was there, and the evidence was there. Evidence was a little bit simple, but it got the job done. So the one thing I would have liked to see maybe was another argument, another reason, and another evidence. However, he just did one, and I was judging him solely off of what he did. So it was simple, wasn't really an ideal web, but he did give an effort to organize. Now, moving on to the actual speech itself, the one plus was that it was a clear example. The example that he used throughout the actual speech, which was his evidence, that was clear, and I think it was very relevant to the argument that he presented. So I think that's a very big plus. But the couple things that I did notice was that he didn't have a lack of structure. Now by structure, I basically mean his first intro paragraph, his first body paragraph, his second body paragraph, and his conclusion. I didn't really see a clear division in that. Instead, what I saw was a big chunk of writing. And I think to some extent maybe it was because he didn't have enough information that he couldn't really structure his essay very well. It was very short to my taste, and I think that given if a student's given about an hour to complete the actual writing, then I would have expected maybe a little bit more writing, but at the very least he got his point across, and I think that's the most important part. Now, in terms of the actual presentation, he did things pretty well. I think in terms of confidence, it was, I can't say it was great, but I can't say it was bad either. I can't say it was just somewhere in the middle, and I think that's basically, that was also relevant to his, his tone and other skills, I guess. He didn't do anything very terribly, but he didn't do anything great either. I think one thing that he could have definitely done a little bit better was, more so than the other aspects, was his volume. At times his volume became a little bit very low, and because of that it almost sounded like he was mumbling at some times. So he if he had improved that just a little bit more, I think that would have been good. But to my pleasant surprise, I think that one thing he did do pretty well was eye contact, and that's an advanced skill, but I did see him try to make an effort with eye contact every once in a while. It's definitely something that can get better, but I think the fact that he made that effort was big. So overall, yeah, June, he did what he had to do, but I think that he could take it a step further. That's what I
How
got.
about the pronunciation of June?
Oh,
Oh,
pronunciation. It was also. I guess that was also kind of average. I didn't really see. I didn't really see like a huge, like a huge jump out. Like wow, great. But at the same time, I understood what he was saying, and I think that it was good. I think maybe if he made an effort to try to work at it, to try to make his pronunciation better, that would be even better. But that's what I got.
네, 지윤이가 이제 봄학기를 마무리하면서 학기말 테스트를 봤는데요. 학기말 테스트에서는 크게 세 가지 파트로 나뉘어서 시험을 봤습니다. 첫 번째는 주어진 토픽에 알맞게 아이디어 웹을 작성하는 것이었는데요. 이 부분에서는 자신의 생각과 의견을 정리해서 각 의견에 알맞는 근거와 증거까지 그렇게 정보를 포함시키는 부분이었습니다. 두 번째는 아이디어 웹에서 작성된 정보를 가지고 발표문을 쓰는 부분이었고요. 이 부분에서는 글의 문단과 문단에 알맞게 글의 구조를 잘 따라서 그렇게 글을 쓰는 게 포인트였습니다. 세 번째로는 실제로 이제 발표를 하는 부분이었는데요. 이 부분에서는 카메라 앞에서 그리고 같은 반 친구들 앞에서 그렇게 발표를 하는 것이었습니다. 지훈이는 첫 번째로 아이디어 웹 작성에서 의견, 근거, 증거를 각각 하나씩 잘 포함시켜서 쓴 것을 볼 수 있었습니다. 그래서 일단은 의견과 근거와 증거가 하나씩은 기본적으로 포함이 됐기 때문에 그래도 전체적으로 봤을 때 아이디어 웹 작성을 잘 했다고 그렇게 말씀드릴 수 있겠고요. 다만 조금 아쉬웠던 부분은 형식에 알맞게 의견과 근거, 증거를 잘 썼지만 의견, 근거, 증거가 각각 하나뿐이었다는 것이었습니다. 그래서 앞으로는 글을 쓸 때 조금 더 많은 의견을 같이 쓴다면 더 풍성한 글을 쓸 수 있지 않을까 하는 생각을 해봅니다. 두 번째로는 발표문 쓰기였는데요. 발표문 쓰기에서는 아이디어 작성했던 의견, 근거, 증거를 잘 포함시켜서 썼고요. 그리고 조금 더 많은 그런 정보를 사용을 했습니다. 그래서 하나의 의견, 근거, 증거를 썼을 때 예상했던 길이보다는 더 잘 썼지만 그래도 의견과 근거, 증거가 너무 하나씩이었기 때문에 전체적인 글의 길이가 내용이 좀 많이 짧았다는 것이 아쉬운 부분으로 남는 것 같습니다. 그래서 마찬가지로 아이디어 웹에서 의견을 하나만 써서 아쉬웠던 것처럼 글을 쓸 때도 의견을 두세 가지 정도씩 더 쓸 수 있도록 이제 훈련하는 것을 목표로 두고 있고요. 앞으로 그렇게 훈련을 해서 글쓰기에서도 더욱 풍성한 내용의 글을 쓸 수 있도록 하겠습니다. 그리고 한 가지 더 앞으로 계속 훈련하기 원하는 것은요. 글을 쓸 때 문단과 문단의 정리가 되어져 있고 또 글의 구조에 알맞게 써야 하는 부분이 있는데 이러한 것들이 아직은 잘 되어지고 있는 것 같지 않습니다. 그래서 글의 구조에 알맞게 서론과 본론과 결론을 나누어서 글을 쓰는 것 또한 앞으로 계속 훈련해 나갈 계획입니다. 마지막으로 발표를 하는 부분이었습니다. 발표에서는 지훈이가 아이 컨택을 그래도 계속적으로 하려고 열심히 노력한 부분에 대해서는 굉장히 칭찬을 하는 부분입니다. 그리고 발표력을 저희가 이제 발표력을 봐야 하는 부분이었는데 발표력에서는 기본적으로 목소리 크기와 목소리 톤 그리고 발음 또한 더 나아가서는 자신감과 아이 컨택, 바디 랭귀지까지 이제 포함되는 부분인데 발음은 그래도 전반적으로 좋았다고 크리스 선생님께서 얘기해 주셨는데요. 다만 조금 아쉬웠던 부분은 목소리가 조금 작았고 목소리 톤에 큰 변화 없이 그냥 일정한 톤으로 되어졌던 부분입니다. 그리고 또 가장 아쉬웠던 부분은 자신감이 없어 보이는 건 아니었지만 그래도 자신감을 더 갖고 하면 더 훌륭한 발표를 할 수 있지 않았을까 하는 생각이었는데요. 앞으로는 목소리 크기와 자신감에 조금 더 초점을 두고 더 자신감 있어 보이는 그리고 좀 더 설득력 있는 그런 발표를 할 수 있도록 훈련해 나가겠습니다. 네, 앞으로도 지윤이 잠재력을 더욱더 발휘할 수 있도록 더욱더 제가 최선을 다해서 가르치고 지도하겠습니다. 감사합니다.
Thank you.